This sword model is the second based on the Mack Granite truck, and it's fitted with an Etnyre asphalt distributor. Etnyre was founded in 1898 in Illinois in the US of A. The model is well packed with an outer shipping container enclosing a sword branded box that's wrapped in tissue, and inside that is a pair of polystyrene trays which are taped together. The truck is wrapped in polythene. There's a small bag of parts and also a plastic pointer, but there are no instructions. If we tip out the bag of parts, we find there's a plastic cover for the batteries, some spare air horns for the roof, and also some door mirrors. Fitting the door mirrors is easy enough. The new design used here is stronger than the old ones that Sword used to use, so you just need to line up the ends of the mirror in the holes in the door, and it just kind of clips into place. And when you fit them on both sides, you're all set with your door mirrors. The other part that has to be fitted is the cover to the batteries, and that's shaped in a way that it should clip into place, although actually it's a little bit fiddly to get it in place and get it to stick properly, so it can tend to pop off when you handle the model. With the model assembled, we'll start as usual by looking at the detail. The chassis is nearly all metal with very good suspension and transmission, and there's plenty of hoses as well, even to the hydrostatic pump at the front. At the front, the radiator and lights look really good, and on top of the hood you've got the Bulldog mascot. The chromework on the mirrors, the exhaust stack and the fuel tank under the door is very good, and you can see that the front bumper or fender sticks forward to make room for the hydrostatic pump. If we take a peek inside the cab, the details are very good. You can see the instrument console, and it all looks quite authentic. The finish on the tank is really good. It's a kind of brushed lacquered finish, and the equipment around the sides is very highly detailed. Up on top there's a dipstick. That's not the CranesEtcTV team member. You can see it there lying down on top of the tank. There's also a large gauge at both ends of the tank with lots of small detailed graphics. Moving down to the distributor, it's a complex and detailed piece of modelling with lots of different patterned hoses. There are lots of painted nozzles, and let's hope that the CranesEtcTV guy isn't reporting that he's got a blocked nozzle. And it's time to look at the features. There's no problem at all rolling in a straight line. There's not really any suspension on the rear axles, although they do look like they've got springs fitted, but the front axle does spring nicely. Already mentioned that the chassis detail is good. The steering at the front is actually notched rather than a smoothly variable mechanism. Now, although the model poses well when the steering is set, there is an issue that it fouls the wheel arch a bit, and you can see that when you push the model steered, it tends to raise the hood up, which is a slightly odd feature. As you've seen, the hood does open, but in fact that's only part way because the hydrostatic pump at the front obstructs the hood and prevents it opening further, which is a little bit of a pity because you can't really see all of the detail in the engine. As with Sword models, other Mack trucks, the cab doors do open, and you can use the supplied plastic pointer to just insert that under the bottom edge, and then the cab door opens easily. And another little extra is that the cab seats have springing, so they've got a kind of an air ride suspension mechanism, which is quite good. I've just then used the pointer to push open the other cab door, so there they are, both open. That's about as far as they open, and they're quite effective, and the mechanism works quite well, and there's no unsightly gaps between the door and the cab. Moving to the tank, the cap on top opens and you can see inside, and it would be quite interesting, I suppose, to actually fill it with something to see if it leaks or not, but perhaps that's something you shouldn't try at home. Moving to the back, the distributor arms are stored up for transport, and when you want to spray some tar, you can lower them down, although as you can see it's quite difficult to get them to actually lie flat because there's some kind of springiness in the mechanism. Also, looking more closely at the mechanism underneath, there is some mechanical linkages which do provide a small amount of side-to-side movement on the distributor bar, although it doesn't really add a lot to the possibilities of posing the model in different ways. And the other feature, which we saw back at the start, is the removable cover that goes on the batteries. This is another really nice Mack truck by Sword Models. The detailing is really good, with lots of tiny graphics. It's good to see an unusual model like this, and it's highly recommended.